All right, we're going to look at questions number 12 and 13 on the final exam review. Both of these questions have to do with the concept of slope. In the first question, you're given two ordered pairs on a line, 2 points on a line, and you're asked to determine the slope. And in the second question, you're given an equation of a line and asked to determine the slope from the equation. So let's go back and review how you would do that. All right. Question number 12. You're given the ordered pair negative 5, 7 and the ordered pair negative 8, 10, that they lie on a line, and you're asked to find the slope. Normally in math, the word or the letter M is used for slope. Just kind of a little note for you. In French, the verb monter, M-O-N-T-E-R, means to climb, and that's the reason M is used for slope. Monter, to climb. To find the slope, what you're actually going to do is you're going to find a fraction, because the slope is a ratio. It's the change in the y value divided by the change in the x value. Now when I write triangle y, that means change in y, and on the bottom I have the change in x. Some of you have been taught to write y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. That's perfectly correct. But remember, change means, if I want to find the change in y, it means I have to have two values and I'm going to subtract them. So if I want to find the change in y, I'll take this y value, which is 7, and I'll subtract 10 from it. I could have done it in the reverse order if I wanted to, but then I would have had to do the x's in the reverse order. Be consistent. If I want to find the change in x, I take the first x value, which is negative 5, minus the second x value, which is a negative 8. And be careful with the arithmetic there. On top we have 7 minus 10, which is negative 3. On the bottom, I actually have negative 5 plus 8. You with me? That's going to become negative 3 over positive 3, and that reduces to negative 1. So this particular line has a slope of negative 1. Now, sometimes in algebra you're given an equation of a line. This equation happens to be in what's called standard form. In most books, this is referred to as standard form. We want to find the slope. Well, in general, the slope is the coefficient of the x term, but that is only when the equation is in the form y equals mx plus b. That's called slope-intercept form. Okay? So what we have to do is put our equation in that form. So I'm going to take 15x, or rather 5x plus 15y equals 3, and I'm going to solve that equation for y. I'm going to put it in y equals mx plus b form. 15y would be equal to the opposite of 5x plus 3. In other words, I subtracted 5x from both sides of the equation. And to get y alone, I'm going to divide everything by 15. And when I make that prettier, y is equal to negative 1, let's see, that would become negative 1/3 x plus 1/5. This form that I'm pointing to right here, y equals mx plus b, is called slope-intercept form. And when an equation is written in slope-intercept form, the number in front of the x is the slope. So in this case, the slope is equal to negative 1/3, and that's because that was the number in front of the x when the equation was written in slope-intercept form. All right, we're done.